The only sound in the start is the heart, beating, beating, beating. The only truth is the spark and the heart, beating, 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 forever and ever repeating. From out of the dark, great monstrous forms, beauty and darkness conform to the heart, and its incessant, unrelenting, undefeating, beating, beating, beating. When the age of the dragons dawned and the first mother yawned, her kin in her belly swelled and almost ready to come forth, and flowing out with the water, flowing out from protection, giving birth from the ocean, making worth from unknowing, coming out into a bright and strange mirror to glance into. This resurrection, firefly, this youth flinches, and passing by clinches something, says this ain't right, and bites down hard on the hand that bore him. From out of the dark, out into the light, his mother lay bleeding while son takes his flight out into the night, and the heart continues, beating, 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 with incessant, unrelenting, indefatigable repeating. So dreamers who dream, even those with the small wings, all thinking to fly, ignoring passerbys, while this dragon, he'd ride the elk, deer, and bear, hated these smelly creatures, he'd swear, around this time of breathing and being, around this time of living and dreaming, things sacred speaking, things started seeming to bring consciousness to the lifeless unseeing. At least that's what the little dragon boy was seeing. The animals and plants all had something else to believe in. So high, so free, climbing to the top of the hill, starting to scream, and in the darkness with will. Proud, but ignorant of the loud and incessant beating that was forever and ever repeating. Yelling into the darkness, hey! Yelling into the darkness, you! Yelling into the void and into the black, my torch is held high, don't try to hold me back. I'll conquer you, darkness, be sure of that fact. And yet the heart continued beating, the birds fleeting, the sheep bleating, the trees reaching, and the dragon dreamer unknowing the source of his being. Well, he kept on dreaming. The consciousness streaming, the dragon boy fighting for being, controlling his wholeness alone, but angrily set out alone. To be strong, to drink fast, to eat well, and so, ignoring the pleas of the winter sky, ignoring the warnings of passerbys, the dragon went to the sky to fly, and see once again the face that bore him, defeat her entirely, or much more than that. But lightning and thunder, fire from Zeus's arm, had a different idea, a game to play, and falling, the little dragon broken, but he knew someone whose secrets could be stolen. There was a fake wise man with a master plan and a girdle of steel to defeat Gaia's deal, and in this way the game was played, except it wasn't a game this time, it wasn't a play. Life was on the line, there was no more time, heart stuttering, not repeating for a few beatings, and yet gathering strength to continue beating, the dragon boy fleeting, conquering, dreaming, usurping direction, and always taking the bait, and deflecting into a new stratosphere, looking for a way out of here. This time monkeys and bees and all manners of plants and trees, just things to be conquered, and then the tribal people dancing and prancing with their enormous and beautiful breasts and penises to be cut off or concealed within, also conquered. Yes, conquered without, looking within, looking to stop the demon of aging, the flight into his own mind, to conquer it all, finding time, dark mind racing. With fire, until all was static and stable and cool and useless. Some sort of ecstasy, he was convinced, some sort of nirvana, some kind of peace, but slowing down, starting to listen and listen and listen to the things that he had been missing, and hearing the heartbeat slowing, stopping blood flowing, impossible, been knowing that the way he was going was not the same way the blood had been flowing. But then from the quiet, the earth opened asunder, the sound of laughter, the feeling of thunder, and earth consumes the dragon boy, or man, and once more the heart beats again, with joy. Time passing once again, the master of life and living, the dragon mother giving birth to life and all sorts of things, living, breathing, hearts beating, and the big heart continuing, its incessant, unrelenting, indefatigable, repeating, beating, beating, beating.